going on, Devoted Geeks? Dallas here with Geek Devotions, and I have with me
Susan.
And we are talking about anime for boys.
Shonen.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about anime that's for boys. And our reason why we're doing this is because we started a new series for Extra Tuesday, and that is we're giving recommendations about anime. Maybe you're new to anime, or maybe you're a parent and you're like, hey, my kid's into this, but what's good and what's not good for them? Well, that's what we're going to do for the next several weeks. So today we're going to be talking about boys, next we're going to talk about girls, and then we've got a couple of genres that are specific down the road. So let's get into today's episode, though. We're talking about anime for young boys. Susan here is a mom, so she's really good at picking out things for her young boys. So Susan, what's good for young boys?
I chose Pokemon Indigo League. It starts off with Season 1 and it introduces you to Ash Ketchum and Pikachu. And it shows Pikachu learning to trust Ash, and then they go on adventures and they catch Pokemon. And I thought this was great for little kids because it's easily accessible through Netflix. You can get all the seasons and all the movies, and you can start with the beginning and go all the way through.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I like Pokemon. I grew up on it a lot. True story, I was actually just on a podcast talking about Pokemon it's a few weeks ago with my friend Francisco. So that's a great one. I have one that's actually very similar to Pokemon. It's called Digimon. And you can find it on Hulu. And Digimon, it's very similar storyline, but it follows a group of young kids who get sucked into this digital world. And they meet Digimon, which are these little creatures that evolve. They don't do like it's not as many as Pokemon in the Pokemon world. There's a little bit less, but it's more digital, kind of sci-fi-ish. And so that's why I picked that one. I think it's a great series. Both of these are great for, I think, young kids. It kind of captures the whole spirit of like, I want to catch things. I want to gather them, put them in jars and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. All right, cool. So the next section that we want to talk about then is what's good for teenagers. Not little kids, but teenagers.
Okay, I chose Full Metal Alchemist: The Brotherhood. I loved that story. It's about two brothers, Eric and Alphonse, who do physical transmutations, and then they battle other alchemists. And I just thought it was really great. It is subtitled, and so it's a little bit more in-depth. One of the warnings is that it does use explicatives, so I wouldn't have it for a younger teenager, like a 13-year-old,
right,
but just someone older.
Right.
But I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one. Real popular too. I want to recommend for teenagers a show called Ronin Kenshin, which is it's more of a samurai-based one. And what's funny is he's a samurai who can't kill people. It's like it's this conflict. So it's a comedy dash kind of warrior historical thing aspect going on, and it's a lot of fun. They have some movies. The movies are a little more adult oriented. Not that they give anything raunchy, but it's a little heavier content as far as what's happening. But the entire series itself is great for teenagers. I love it. All right, so what about for adults? Because again, we're giving recommendations for everyone here. What's good for adults that maybe doesn't get a little too weird?
Okay, I chose Gundam because it is so collectible. There are different models that you can collect and do, and the storyline is deep enough for an adult to just follow and keep interested in it. Mm-hmm. So I chose Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I love that series. It was really good. I recommend that.
I love it. We actually did an episode last season based off of it. It's a great series. I'm glad you chose that one because I was going to if you didn't. I'm going to recommend Erased. It's a really great anime that came out. It's on Hulu. Netflix has dropped out a live action version of it. I haven't had a chance to watch it. But Erased is a really kind of deep, kind of pseudo-psychological thing. It's about a man who he has this ability to kind of jump back in time 5 minutes and fix something that goes wrong. He can't control what happens. He just knows something's happened. He has to fix it. Well, one day his mother is murdered, and he's set up for the murder, and all of a sudden he's transported back to when he was 12 years old, and he realizes the murderer who killed his mom is the one who was on a string of kidnappings and murders when he was 12. So as a 12-year-old, he has to figure out who this kidnapper is and this murderer is and stop this entire tragedy from happening. And so it's a really intense series, and I recommend it for a lot of adults. So yeah, so guys, those are your recommendations we have for you for Extra Tuesday today for Shonen, anime for boys. If you have any of your own recommendations for those different age ranges, please leave in the comments down below. And yeah, we love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And just real quick, Susan, you're here for School of Ministry. Can you tell them what School of Ministry is?
The School of Ministry is a leadership class given by our church at thp.com, and it meets every Saturday night.
THRShreveport.com, actually. But yeah. It's all good.
We'll fix it.
All right. Guys, we appreciate you. We love you so much. Remember, stay devoted.
Peace and love.
There we go.